everybody. This is not a TacoStop podcast.
Oh, that's the first dig of the podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
So we have Andy Schuster, a.k.a. Evil Monstar.
Chef Star.
Oh, Evil Chef Star. I like that. And then DJ Tony Bennett, Tony Biscuits.
A.k.a. Bathrobe.
A.k.a. Bathrobe. That's my favorite one. How you guys doing?
I'm really excited, honored to be here with you guys this evening. I'm sorry that I was supposed to be with you about 3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago when I was late, I had a trip to New York, so I apologize to you officially here in person and Andy. That was my fault. But here we are making good right now.
No, everything happens the way it's supposed to. We had a good podcast that we did. Andy was actually on that week still, and had Mike Willis. Eric Gold on.
I did watch some of that from New York.
Good stuff. Just the guys.
Yeah.
Listen to the guys now, but like the crew, the hangout crew.
Yep.
So tell us about TacoStop, Tony, because that's kind of the theme of what we're doing.
TacoStop, I guess you call that kind of a vlog that I've been doing for a while. Scott was a guest on it, where I go around and go to more mom and pop taco places and we rate tacos. I kind of ripped it off from the Dave Portnoy Barstool Sports guy that does a feature review, and very similar to that for tacos. And I was in LA about 3 weeks ago. Kind of where I fell in love with tacos, and so I got to have tacos out there, which are so more superior to tacos out here. And then Andy has stepped up to the challenge, and he may make the best tacos here in the area. We're going to find out tonight. So this is going to be an official TacoStop along inside your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. So is this your first TacoStop in 2020?
Yes, it is. And my first TacoStop since returning from California, because I just after having those incredible tacos out there, I had to wait to the right situation to have again here. And this is it tonight now.
All right. So excluding California, because obviously California has the best tacos.
Yes.
Where was the best place in Virginia, first area that you had tacos?
I think the one you brought me to, the one we did together, the El Asador, correct? Yeah. Lafayette and Harrison.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Really quality tacos. I think those, and along with that little taco truck across hard times. Courthouse Road, those kind of neck, but I think the place you brought me was the best.
Those are my favorites.
Wow, that's marinated. That's legit. That's good meat.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
From that downtown butcher shop.
Wow.
Okay. Andy went to the butcher shop to get his meat. Andy is...
I like where it comes from.
Wow, that's legit meat. How long have you been marinating? Is that like 6 hours?
That's fine.
Wow, as the time goes on, I'm getting more and more excited about this.
I hope it's not a secret, because I wanted to ask Andy this recipe. Why
That's not secret.
Why he thinks... Because Andy thought that he could top TacoStop, so... Why do you think your taco?
Yeah, where's your history with tacos?
I just love tacos in general, and mine are my love. So
that's very
mine ain't as a job. Mine are made just because I love
You did love it. That's right. We put it right now. What's that?
Peppers, onions.
Yeah.
Jalapeno or?
No jalapeno.
That's stand green.
Okay.
But it smells, yeah, you can
Smell tacos.
Smell vision.
Yeah, we need some smell-o-vision. Yeah, real.
Wow.
He's not playing around here.
We are again.
Excuse me for
we are safety is being observed here.
Eric, what are you doing calling me? It's Eric.
Golden? This Eric?
I gotta fix my echo.
Might be a little reverby, that's all good.
Hey man, sorry. I love Pink Floyd though. That's a great song. You're the best, Eric. Hey, what's your DJ name on Facebook?
Shut you out.
Internal Dynamics, that was on the
That's a little name.
And then, so share that to us on our Facebook group, and then upload one of your YouTube links to your business page.
Other people are saying we got super bad echo too.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix the echo. Here.
We'll pull this in a little more. They like that. DK, I'm pulling the mic a little closer over here. See if that helps.
And sometimes I want to tell you.
Well, he's sauteing these veggies right here, man.
Thanks for letting me know.
Thanks for the tip.
Guys, I just want to point out, did you guys see me scrambling and put this mic in here?
Yes, I did. Yes.
That's how much sooner I knew about the echo than you were informed about it.
Look at that. Look at that. We are working with a true professional, ladies and gentlemen. He set this up.
Thank you.
A little impromptu studio here in his kitchen.
Yeah, for real.
This is amazing. The hospitality is amazing.
Eric Golden, thank you for calling
Yeah.
and letting me know. Apparently, Tony and Andy are getting text messages too.
Yeah. We're very popular. Wow. What kind of meat is that, Andy?
The ribeye.
Woo! Okay. Now, I'm already going to tell you that they don't use that good a quality meat in California. They definitely don't. They don't use ribeye. They use a cheaper quality meat and probably marinate it longer.
Honestly, I'd say that's probably most of your taco choice.
Yeah. So this is going to be, wow, this is going to be next level stuff right here.
No, yeah, that smells good. I feel bad for anyone who can't smell or taste these tacos. And you know what sucks about this taco stop is you have to pay Andy for his taco service.
Yeah, these would be, I mean, I'm sure if the price is right, he would come to your house in a cute little outfit.
I'll wear whatever you want.
Booty shorts.
Yep.
Put him in some booty shorts and a tank top, and he'll come do it for you for the price, if it's right.
He'll fix all your leaky pipes and make you tacos.
Snake your pipes.
He'll snake your pipes.
Wow.
Hey, speaking of which, bud, I used your bathroom the other night, and when I flushed the toilet, the bathtub made a gurgle noise. So you need to go ahead and look at that. Just want to let you know. Sorry.
Which one?
Upstairs, Krusty's bathroom.
Krusty.
Yeah.
And also, you need to let the cat know to keep toilet paper in the bathroom. That's going to be an issue.
Well, it's the cat's bathroom. He doesn't usually use it. So.
Right, that makes sense. Well, I didn't want to use his litter box because I felt that would be rude.
I peed in the cat's litter box when I was a kid. I got really mad and peed in my room.
Tell us the funniest story that you can tell us, Andy. You went to your parents' house?
I did. No, we can't do that.
That's why I said that you can tell us.
I'm concentrating on cooking here.
Great. Let me interrupt this real quick, and we got real deal stuff going on right now. Because first of all, let me hold this up, Andy, real quick.
Yeah, Andy got street tacos.
Street tacos. So he did his research to know that I love the street tacos. That's to me is the gold standard of taco, the carne asada street taco, and I already like he's done like a buttered grill here, so he's taking these tortillas to the next level already. I can see, but that's real deal right there. I can tell you.
What's in this bowl over here, Mister?
Avocado sour cream with a little bit of cilantro.
Oh.
And now wow, this is some more next level stuff right here that I've never seen actually. He is pre-cheesing the tortillas. So that's a pre-cheese tortilla. On a buttered griddle.
Yeah.
This is good shit, ladies and gentlemen.
So what's funny too is Andy and I are both German. We have German ancestry, family, whatever you want to, however, German blood. Yeah, it's Deutschland, you know.
Okay.
And Andy went to go see his parents last night and had dinner and just told me that he was having, what was it you had, Andy?
Schnitzel and Spätzle.
Schnitzel and Spätzle.
All right, I understand the schnitzel. What's the Spätzle or whatever?
They're like German egg noodles, basically.
Okay.
German egg noodles.
That sounds good.
And then what was it you gave me the other night when I came over to your house? The cookies.
Lebkuchen.
Lebkuchen. Man.
Are those special cookies?
They're love cookies.
Okay. Love cookies.
I don't know what they're made with.
Love.
Yes, they're definitely made with love.
They are my
Loads of love. I'm scared of that one.
Loads.
Yeah.
But no, oh my God, that took me back to like my childhood. As soon as I bit into that, that was it's quite euphoric and nostalgic. So it's it's cool. The schnitzel is kind of like a German taco, wouldn't you say, Andy? A little bit. Something like a meat taco. Like a meat egg roll.
Schnitzel? No, it's not a taco. It's just like a pork chop.
Yeah.
What's the?
What are you talking about?
My grandma used to make something that was like
Wiener
rolled up.
schnitzel?
Sorry, sir. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do my research and talk to my grandparents. I'm sorry, guys.
There's no apologizing. This is your podcast. You can say whatever you want.
Scott.
It's your damn podcast, man. It's not a podcast.
It's not a
but
podcast.
It's still yours.
It's emphatically not a podcast. Now, there was something my grandma used to make that was like, it was like a German thing that was rolled up. It was like some kind of cabbage or something rolled up in like a meat.
Oh, sour braten, I believe is what that's called.
Sour braten.
So Andy's more in touch with his German roots than I am.
Okay.
So
There's
sorry.
always time. You're still young.
My family still lives there, or lives there on and off. So.
Okay.
I DJ'd in Biederfeld, Germany, one time.
Oh yeah, what was that like?
It was amazing.
You did a lot of time in Europe, didn't you?
I just did one tour. It was a 2-week tour. One time. I went to Barside gigs in Barcelona, Madrid, Amsterdam, and that Germany. It was 4 gigs.
Got any cool stories for us? What was your favorite time in Europe that you can talk about? You feel comfortable?
No, I feel
talking
all of them.
sir?
All of them were great gigs. As far as I say, the best experience was probably going to the red light district in Amsterdam and the coffee shops in Amsterdam. What
Big fan of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was crazy? I do like coffee. What was crazy about the red light district in Amsterdam? I was there in February and it was snowing. I mean, pretty heavy, like the sideways snow. And we were there at night. And the first thing that struck me was that they were doing like walking tours. There were groups of elderly folks in their 60s and 70s taking walking tours of the red light district.
Huh.
So, probably a lot of this I can't really tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was there with a good buddy of mine, David Alvarado, and Javier Lugo, Jose Mescla, 4 of us. And,
Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, it was a good time. The just experiencing that red light district and that culture and the coffee shops, just Amsterdam, being there in the winter with the snow. Stayed in a really nice hotel right in the square there in the middle of Amsterdam where the Heineken, big Heineken factory or whatever, brewery and stuff like that. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
but
put that on the steak there for a minute.
Nope.
On the that would be actually good on the steak.
Evil chef star.
And as far as the gigs go, and that trip also, Oporto, Portugal. That's where my best gig was. That was the most incredible gig of my life. I'm telling you, it was in like this castle, real castle, right on the Oporto River or whatever, the river that goes through that city. And I was like down in the dungeon, and it's all just bricks and concrete and stuff like that. And I played like during when the sun came up, so the sun's coming through this dungeon window with the bars and just the most incredible
house music.
Bass. Oh, of course, yeah, real deal. This is my real DJing days. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Yeah,
guys,
that sounds
cut
badass.
this steak here.
I want to do a comedy show where you just described.
Yeah, like one of those aha moments.
Show the camera, Andy. You guys, I hope you guys can see that.
Wow, that's cooked very nicely. Look at that.
Yeah.
I would call that a medium rare to medium.
Medium to rare to medium.
Exactly the way I like it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is Andy's giving it just that more personal touch. It's that love.
That's
that
love,
we
dude.
were
That's
talking
love. I
about.
mean, that's the way good food is made like that, made with love.
I got the motherfucking munchies too. So
What would cause you to get those?
lots of Bible study.
That's
today.
good. That's good.
I studied the Bible and then I took a nap.
Should do that.
You know how it is.
Look at the way that cheese is just melted on those tortillas. It's just sitting there so patiently waiting.
Yeah, this is looking good. This is probably the tastiest podcast we've done.
I had my podcast earlier today was from a new little restaurant kind of tavern. It was called Shorty's Tavern and Grill. So they fed us pretty well there.
Nice. What'd you guys have?
We had I just had this was on the back of my mind the whole time. So I wasn't going to do anything to screw this up. I didn't want to eat anything that was close to tacos or just anything over. I didn't want to eat too much.
Right.
Because I wanted to be ready for this. So I had just a small hamburger, but I did try a little piece of a breakfast burrito and the best thing I think that they had there, fried peanut butter and jelly.
Ooh.
It was amazing.
Fried peanut butter and
And I
jelly.
just had a little corner of it. I mean, a little.
So good.
Where
Yeah.
was this place at?
This is Shorty's Tavern and Grill. Like, I couldn't even tell you the roads. Like
Orange?
Post Oak, like Orange, Locust Grove. I mean, kind of some big intersection out there.
So I actually interviewed Dan from the racetrack the
Yeah,
other
Dan
day.
Therese. Yeah.
And one of the biggest thing that stuck out to me was some food that they have down there. It's like a maple bacon peanut butter hamburger. And I really want to try that.
Maple peanut butter
bacon, ham.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
I would try that.
Down there at Dominion Raceway.
Yeah. I think we're going to do one of our podcasts from down there too soon, coming up
At
soon.
the 118 Bar and Grill.
In New Orleans.
Did you?
Really?
Phenomenal.
It was.
What was it?
I was also drunk.
Well, everything's
You were
better.
in New Orleans.
Phenomenal.
I can imagine New Orleans down there.
Oh
It's
my.
yeah.
I like how you told me you were in New Orleans and then you felt the need to tell me that you were drunk.
I mean, we kind of assumed that.
Yeah, that was kind of, it comes with the when in Rome, right?
We either assumed you were drunk or showing your titties, one of the two. You know what I'm saying?
He's got both.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Got a good friend, Andy. You went to New Orleans a couple years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, not that long ago. Like 2 years ago, coming up on 2 years.
What was your favorite experience there?
It's hard to remember.
Lots of Bible study, huh?
Lots of Bible studying. Well, we went to Frenchman Street. We stayed on Frenchman Street the first 2 nights. And honestly, I liked it more than Bourbon. It's where the local people like to hang out and listen to music. Versus where all the tourists like to go and party. So that was nice. Actually wound up running into a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in like 8 years. He just randomly owned a liquor store and a couple of bars down there. So he showed us around and
That's cool.
good time and everything.
That's a good person to have in your back pocket.
Yeah,
down there.
for sure.
Actually, I have a buddy, Justin Tassin, that lives down there, and I'm excited to get down there and see him.
Yeah, I just had a friend of mine move from L.A. there to be. He's a sportscaster.
Okay.
So he just moved there recently too.
So yeah, why did you go to L.A., Tony? Let's talk about
I went
that.
to go work on a documentary about, not about the whole house music picture, but a very specific kind of subgenre called hard house that blew up in L.A. and Chicago and a couple other markets during the mid to late 90s. So I was pretty involved in that scene. So I was interviewed for it, and then I did the narrations for it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got that radio voice.
Well, you know.
You got
Face for radio too.
And who was it that's doing that? Where can people look for something like that?
My good buddy Mike Flores, and it's going to be out. I think it's coming out in February. And just follow my social media, and I'll be talking all about that and posting the links and stuff like that. So I think it's coming out in February. Very excited about that, man. That was kind of like the time in LA that really, you know, was kind of my peak time and really blew me up as an artist and producer and DJ, touring DJ and stuff like that. It's because of that time and producing that music and stuff like that. Is what kind of, you know.
It's kind of near and dear to
me. Yeah, man. I mean, if it wasn't for Hard House, there wouldn't be a Tony B.
Right.
You know. So.
How old were you back then?
Wow, you're you're hitting the hard-hitting Barbara Walters questions now. You're gonna make me cry, motherfucker.
Sorry.
I mean, let's see.
What was your childhood like, Tony?
Well,
a sad child.
Born in Culpeper, Virginia. And
I'm sorry.
No. No, I love the pep. I mean, I was, you know, like early. What was that? No, like late 20s, early 30s. You know.
So about my age.
Yeah. About your age. Yeah.
That's when you went out to California?
I moved there. Wow. Going deep. I moved there in '86, in my early 20s. Okay. So I moved there in '86, and just a guy that had hired me out here in DC, actually up in Maryland to DJ at a place, was from California. He was opening up a club out there, and just out of the blue, like I hadn't talked to him or hadn't seen him in like a year and a half, and called me out of the blue, say, "Hey, I'm opening up a club out here. I remember you, how good you were, and I want you to come be my DJ."
Cool.
I packed up my little Nissan Sentra with everything I owned and on my way to the West Coast, baby.
Nice. And a Nissan Sentra. How long did it take you to get out there?
I took my time because the guys that were opening up the club out there knew people that own clubs kind of in a lot of major cities. So I stopped kind of along the way and went to kind of zigzag. Took my time, you know, enjoyed some cities. And
that's kind of how I plan on getting out to California, too.
You got it. I mean, there's a couple, you know, there's the northern route and then there's the southern route. You know, I think it depends on,
TacoStop.
I think it depends on, you know, the time of year that you're going. You'll pick the route that way. All right, so are we going to move into there for the taco stop?
You can try it standing up right here. You can try it in there.
Okay, if I'm going to, I mean, you tell me where you want to do it, because I need to get my camera for the taco stop. I want to record it too.
You can go sit down in the studio and we'll meet you in there.
All right, I'm not going to start till you guys come in.
Scott, well then if you want to give me a hand here.
Yeah, what do you need from me, Mr. Schuster? Yes, these are like #1 tacos in all of the Fredericksburg.
Does Eric want tacos? Eric, you want a taco? All right. Well, then we need those on plates.
Okay. These are looking fucking good, Andy.
Put a little bit of steak on each one of those.
With what? My fingers?
Oh, sorry. Here.
All right. I'm in here in the studio now. Gonna see what all the comments are. Who's in here watching right now? What's up, Eric? What's up, Amanda? What's up, Dustin? Look at the guys in there working. I got my 2 tacos right here. They look phenomenal.
Guess there's gonna be.
Those guys are in there preparing some more tacos. And again, Andy made these tacos with ribeye steak. Normally, you know, when you go to a taco place, they're definitely not using that good a quality piece of meat, so I'm very excited about these. He grilled up some onions and peppers to put on it. He made a special guacamole, cilantro, and sour cream kind of dressing to put on it. I mean, it's kind of like a souped-up guacamole.
I can't quit you, babe.
Andy, do you have a name for this guacamole thing you got here?
Guacamole sour cream.
Okay, all right. I thought maybe it was a special
Did you already
Andy.
put some salsa on this?
Nope.
Evil Monstar.
Also, sour cream.
Yeah, it's already got the salsa on it.
I don't garnish with cilantro. I fucking...
You know, who said that? Gabriel, he didn't put cheese on it because I don't think these tacos you really need cheese. A lot of the carne asada tacos I get, the real street tacos don't really have cheese on them. You know what I'm saying? It's normally just the corn tortilla, the steak, cilantro, onion. You know, not too many places. Some places will put the crumb up, the queso fresco on it. That's just my opinion. But, I mean, you can't go, brother... Gabriel, you can't go wrong with cheese. We could put cheese
Everyone
on there.
was messaging about the audio. The audio sucks right now. Sorry, guys.
They're in there working. We're making this work on the fly. Here comes Scott. Scott's coming in. I'm going to check my camera angle, Scott, here real quick, all right?
So what's funny is there are people who are unhappy about the audio echo. It was clean coming through the website. I didn't hear the Facebook monitoring because I wasn't listening on Facebook. I was only listening through the website. So hey, if you listen to that playback, you'll get the first 5 minutes of the podcast that you may have missed because of the audio issues.
Sorry about that, guys. That was just a technical issue.
We were testing you to make sure you were really listening.
Yeah. Echo, echo, echo. This is your inner thoughts. Today on This Is Not a Podcast, we're talking tacos with Tony B.
We're going to kind of do it with me and Andy because that's really all I can get in here.
That's fine, bud.
I mean, we'll do it quick.
That's fine.
I got to come on and do it. We got it.
We got him!
1 second, I'm coming.
This lettuce is phenomenal. Where did you get this lettuce?
What's really cool is this is like a little behind the scenes
Yes.
it's a podcast within a podcast.
That's what my podcast is. It's called Behind the Grind.
Oh, it's perfect.
Talk about stuff, you know.
So this is like behind the grind.
Behind the grind.
Should do a coffee podcast. Coffee cast.
Coffee, that's trademark that one.
You're welcome.
And he I don't know if you guys got the garnish. I even got a garnish on my plate.
I did. I put it on my tacos though, because I like cilantro.
I like how little Andy is working in the background in the.
That's so cool.
And the picture-in-picture still in the
Andy,
kitchen.
say something.
P&P, baby.
Andy, speak to me.
Here I come.
Breathe.
He's working hard, man.
All right, he's on his
Here
way.
comes Andy. Do, 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 do.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. All right, Andy, I'm going to run in and do a pelvic thrust. Don't get scared when I do the pelvic thrust, okay?
I'm already scared.
We got him. All right, guys, this is a very special edition of TacoStop. I'm here with Andy, Evil Monstar, an incredible DJ, a friend of mine here in the Fredericksburg area. Also on the other side, you can't see him, Scott Wharton is here. Also here running the show is my buddy EK. So we've got a talented room. But right now I'm concentrating on my special guest, Andy. because he made me tacos. Andy says he can make the best tacos here in the area. He knows about TacoStop. So, Andy, describe the tacos you made for us.
These are a cilantro lime fajita taco.
Cilantro lime fajita taco, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's it. All right, you made it with ribeye steak.
Ribeye steak
which,
from
again,
our local butcher shop.
Again, downtown Fredericksburg.
Yep.
What's the name of that?
The butcher shop, I think.
Boom, just like that. So normally, you know, when you get carne asada tacos from a taco truck, a mom and pop taqueria kind of place, it's definitely not this level quality of meat. It's usually a cheaper cut of meat, like a skirt steak or something like that, and they marinate it a lot, and then they cut it up into small pieces. This is going to be great quality meat from locally sourced from a butcher. I should shut up and just start eating. It's also got like a little saute of vegetables on there. He's got this special kind of guacamole sauce he's going to explain. What I do is we rate this from a 0 to 5 scale. 5 being best, you can use decimals. Eat the taco, rate the taco. Now, Gabriel, you know what? I forgot. I'm an idiot. You asked about the cheese. He did this special thing with the cheese. We put the tortilla on a grill to warm up and then let the cheese melt on the tortilla. So there is a layer of cheese on the tortilla, which is incredible. Again, bro, the meat, the quality of the meat is impeccable. You marinated it for like 4 hours, something like that. Cooked medium rare. I love the way you chopped it up and then threw it back in the pan for a second. It's a legit, really good taco, brother.
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it.
Describe to my TacoStop people the little guacamole sauce you made.
So it's basically just a mashed up avocado with sour cream and a little bit chopped up cilantro.
I like the way you kind of. I was looking over his shoulder when he did it. He chopped up first, mushed the avocado, then put the cilantro kind of I would say without a muddler, but kind of muddled it in and got that flavor together, and then threw the sour cream in there. I thought that was incredible. I love also the touch of the grilled vegetables on top. I've never had that before. That's really, really good.
These are really, really good, Andy.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
I mean, this is like, you can't even call this like a regular taco. This is definitely an elevated taco.
Yeah, well, I guess you could say that for sure.
Wow. I mean, the meat. I gotta get me some. I've gotten a few things from that butcher shop, but it's been a minute. I'm going back.
I actually try and buy all my meat from there if I can. You know, they're all their meat comes from farms in Fredericksburg in the area. Everything's hormone free, free range, natural, and that makes a huge difference in flavor.
I agree.
I actually will eat pieces of their steak raw. It's that good.
Wow. All right. When we do this, I let the guests score first. I know it's going to be a biased Homer score, which was to be expected. They're phenomenal. So 0 to 5 scale, 5 being best.
I would actually say 4. These are probably not actually my best tacos, but
you're out of your element.
Yeah.
But props, dude, coming into a strange kitchen and killing it.
I would say 4.
All
Even
right.
4.
All right. Now,
Thank you.
this is my first taco stop since being in California and doing 4 taco stops out there. And I fell in love with tacos in California when I lived in California. So but these are similar, but a much different and, again, very elevated taco.
Appreciate
So
that.
I'm going to go. I got one more bite. But I mean, I love the little special things you did. That putting that cheese on the tortilla was a really cool move.
Hopefully everybody can hear us now that we're back in the studio.
All right. I'm going 4-4. Going 4-4 on this taco. Again, this isn't. I'm not going to put I would eat this taco every day, but I'm not going to put this in your everyday taco category with the elevated meat and the special techniques you use and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
I'm going to call this a special occasion taco. And anytime you're having this special occasion, please call me.
Anytime Tony B here's a special occasion.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, this is a phenomenal taco, and I really, sincerely, brother, appreciate all the effort that you went to.
Of course,
it means
man.
a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And that's a phenomenal taco. Scott, you're in the room too. Scott's over here. He's off camera because it's just everything camera oriented is better that way with him off camera.
Yeah.
But give us your score and your quick review on the taco.
They were really fucking good, Andy. I would probably go with you guys and give it a 4 too. But it would be hard to find better. But those tacos that we got to go there and try them, bro.
Well,
you
I was
got to
gonna bring some 24 karat gold leaf to put on the steak before I put it on the taco, but I couldn't find it in time. So
I know how that goes, man. I know how that goes.
gold leaf's hard to find.
It is.
Real quick, and I'll finish up my taco stop. EK from over there, give us a score real quick, 0 to 5.
I'm gonna go 4.5.
4.5. Highest score from the host. Highest score from our host here.
I would only. I only. It would have been perfect. This is a phenomenal taco for me. I'm not into the jalapeno.
There is no jalapeno.
What is spicy here? What is?
Maybe in that salsa.
Yeah, it could be the salsa.
It
could be the salsa, actually.
So you like it a little
I
more
like them
mild.
super mild. Yeah, when it comes to taco, I like hot sauce, but not on my tacos.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But phenomenal tacos.
Phenomenal tacos.
They were really good.
The meat is so tender
the
and
meat
delicious.
Is
I'm
banging.
telling you, downtown Fredericksburg Butcher Shop. That's where you should get your meat.
All right, so I hijacked Scott's. This is not a podcast to do this taco stop.
No,
so
you're
let me
fine,
wrap
dude.
up that part and we get back to your podcast.
Do whatever
but,
you want, Tony.
brother. Again, thank you so much. Phenomenal
no problem,
tacos.
man,
That's
no
a taco
problem.
stop right here. EK, what do you call your studio here?
Oh,
FXPG Public Radio Studio. That's where we're at. This is where this taco stop came at you from. 4-4, 4-5, 4 and 4. So far, the best tacos I've had in Virginia.
Hell yeah,
That's
I'm
a taco
honored.
stop. Peace, love, music. We out. Go ahead, Scott.
Peace, love, music.
You got your podcast back now.
So that was Taco Stop, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to that, like that on Facebook, check Tony out. I know a lot of people who follow me probably already follow that because I did one with Tony, which was super fucking fun. Damn. I'm still hungry. Thank you, Andy. Thank you for dinner, dude.
Perfect.
That was delicious. And hopefully Fredericksburg Butcher Shop appreciates our plugs.
Man.
Go down and check them out. I wish that Ike's Sandwich Shop was still downstairs. That place was really good. All right, Tony.
Eric, they were great. Amanda, yes. Awesome. All right.
So, sir,
Hi.
compared to the places that you said were the top 2 from last year, because this is your first one of 2020. So
Yes.
it's obviously it's the best tacos you've had this year. This taco stop.
Yes.
But compared to last year, where do they stand? Where do they stand with the tacos from California?
Again, it's a little bit, I think it's more of a boutique, a specialty taco. I think it's too elevated to really put it in that same category. I love the fact that he used the street taco elements, but with that ribeye steak and then the technique he did with the cheese and stuff like that. And then they don't saute. The places out there, I've never been to any place that sauteed the vegetables like that. I just think it's elevated. It's a little bit different category of taco. But, I mean, like I said, best one I've had in Virginia.
So how do they compare to your wife's tacos?
Wow, hard hitting. Again, I'm going to put it in a different category. My wife makes a more traditional taco. She makes a great chicken taco. And actually at home, if we make tacos a lot, we'll just make the old school ground beef tacos. If we make carne asada tacos, normally it's me cooking it on the grill and doing the chopping, the heavy lifting. It's a lot of work, Andy, to do that. Yeah. So they compare very well.
So when are you having us over for a taco cookout?
We will. Well, I mean, I'll have Dora make some tacos for all of us sometimes, but I'm not going up against him, dude. That's too good. That's elevated.
It was really good, Andy.
Yeah.
Dude.
Thanks, man.
I really like that the avocado sour cream
Yeah.
cilantro sauce that you made.
Thank
It
you.
gave it a little extra,
Yeah.
a little panache.
Yep.
You think you're better than me, don't you?
Just a tad.
You do some. He does some serious meals in the lodge over there, bro.
He sent me some snaps of them.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you do something with asparagus the other day? Was that at the lodge? You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Asparagus,
Anytime-
jalapenos, and what?
It was like asparagus, red onions, mushrooms, yellow squash, jalapenos.
And this is in the lodge on a hot plate.
Yeah, on a skillet.
Yeah.
And then I threw in like some spices with it and some peanut butter, and it made it like some knockoff pad thai. It's really good.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did put a little peanut butter kind of thing in there. This like you guys were all talking about peanut butter earlier. There's like a little peanut butter theme going
You were
on.
talking about peanut butter earlier.
Yeah, the PB&J, the fried PB&J.
fried
That's right.
PB&J,
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I'm
sounds
gonna have to
good.
go try that. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Sprelly was still open downtown.
I thought they were.
No, I mean that's the Made in Virginia store that they were in is still open, but I don't think Sprelly still makes stuff down
I think
there.
they sell at the farmers market though.
Okay,
Yeah.
because they had like all kinds of gourmet peanut butter and jellies. We're doing all kinds of weird shit.
Right.
I love getting creative with food like that, man. I mean, why not?
Inventing things.
Yeah, it's like an art form.
Well, the whole way, now with technology and all these cable channels and the internet, all these food, everybody's a foodie now. Everybody's got their own show and stuff like that.
Right.
And people like this that should have his own show, just do it for podcast occasionally.
He just had one.
I just do it for love. That's all.
See, that's the thing, yeah. Anytime, that's funny because you kind of compare that to, I'm a professional in what I do, you know what I'm saying, as an entertainer, a DJ, producer, whatever. And a lot of times when you don't get to do it, we all started for the love. And then when you get in, I've been doing this 30 years.
Yeah.
I go through a lot of stretches of time where the love, I can't find the love.
Right,
And it's
right,
just for
right.
the grind and for the money. And then sometimes you got it. When you get to the love and you do things for the love, it's a completely different
It
feeling.
recharges you.
Yeah, and
from
completely
all those
different
other times.
experience than doing it
Yep.
just for the money.
So you've been doing it for 30 years, Tony. Basically, I mean, you've been contracted by other places, but you've basically been freelance DJ working
Yeah,
for
I mean,
yourself.
I've worked
That's
for people, but I've considered myself being, those have always been like a radio station or a record label or something like that, some kind of entity like that.
right. So, but it's always been doing what you love with
Yeah.
your creative passion.
Yeah.
So, what advice do you have for, Andy and I, or anybody watching that wants to be a comedian, a DJ, an entertainer of any sort that hits that struggle or hits that barrier?
Well, I think both you guys are doing it the right way. You don't go into it full time until it merits it. You know what I'm saying? And we went through my buddy JD Roberts, who I think you guys know.
Yeah.
Very talented kid that I work with. He was doing the full-time job and then doing that as a part-time thing. And he came to me and Mark Toller, who everybody here knows.
Oh, yeah.
And we all sat down and he said, look, I'm thinking about doing this. And we really, you look at it, well, how much money are you making at your regular job? Well, how much money are you making consistently on your gigs and stuff like that? And if you were to do it full-time, you could make this much more and you could take it to this kind of level. So I think, waiting at the right point to make that jump is very important because nowadays, everybody's a DJ, everybody's a producer, everybody's a comedian, everybody that has a smartphone, which is everybody, is anything they want to be. They're an Instagram model, they're this, they're that. So, I don't want to. I'm not knocking anybody for that grind. Go after yours, do what you want to do. But until you're at that point where you can support yourself, don't put yourself in a bad situation.
Yeah.
That would be my advice. But follow your dreams, and everything's right in there, and the laptop, and everything's right here. You need all the resources are there. It's just how hard do you want it? How hard do you want to work for it?
I mean, another thing I'd say is don't overcommit yourself. Don't take every show that comes your way. Pick and choose them wisely. Just because if you play 20 shows in a row and only a few of them are ones that you loved playing, then it becomes disheartening and you kind of get tired of doing it. And that, for me, I'd rather play 5 shows where everybody comes out and it's a great show than play 20 and then only 10 people are at.
But see, again, that's where you've made the right decision not to jump in it full time. Where if you're in it full time, you're gonna have to take those 20 shows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think is the pivotal decision. Is when is the right time to make that jump.
Yep.
So.
So you guys are both DJs. What do you think about the Fredericksburg scene? What do you think?
DJ scene or musically in general?
Musically in general, but specifically like the genre that you guys prefer. You like house.
I think for what we both prefer, it's sad.
Yeah.
There's a few. Again, props to the few guys that are doing it and giving us a few places to go play and do it.
Right.
We all have homies, that we work with that we would all get together and we got the money, we got the resources to do the shows, but we don't get the crowds.
Yep.
Right.
So we have to take our talents to up to DC or Northern Virginia. Like I was at Transit a couple of weeks ago, which is a phenomenal outlet on the Wednesday night up in Fairfax, where we got we got to take it down to Richmond or something like
That's
that.
Al Harris's gig, right?
I go with Matt. Matt
Okay.
Dillon is the main contact there, but I think Al is involved with that as
I've seen
well.
videos of that gig you did up there. It looked fun, and you
Yeah.
were DJing because when I go see you out at Hard Times or wherever it is locally, you're spinning like, I don't want to say top 40, but more like
we call it kind of open format, which you play a little bit of everything. You play some more. It's more familiar stuff, more familiar music.
Right.
Yeah.
But where you went, that was more specialized and more towards what you want to play.
I mean, that's more my roots where I blew up. You know, when we talked about earlier the years that I blew up in LA. I mean, I was a touring DJ artist before there was money in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The way these guys are, millionaires making 10, 20, 30 million a year. You know, I was making 50, 60,000 a year, and I was happy as a pig in shit. You know what I'm saying? I was flying coach, staying in Motel 6s. But I loved it. I loved every minute of it because the gigs I were doing were true underground before the VIP sections, before the velvet ropes and the $100 tickets and stuff like that. You know, I was doing gigs where they're breaking into warehouses in front of me to set up the sound system. Just that raw.
That sounds fucking fun, dude.
I'm sure the guys, the upper tier guys, it's a great life. What they're doing right now. But I mean, I wouldn't have traded the way I came up for anything.
Hell yeah.
No.
That like old 90s rave like warehouse scene, the way you just described it, sounds super fun and just
I mean, truly, people were there for the music, and people wanted to be they did not want to hear music that they had heard before. They went, I mean, and you do a lot, you still do gigs like that. That's where you pick and choose the right ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I lived, that's when I was touring, and I played, all my music was still vinyl, but I was playing white labels and stuff that people didn't know what it was, and they ate it up. They couldn't wait to hear stuff that they hadn't heard before. That's a completely different gig than a Hard Times, which is, your community bar. Basically, it's the nicest one in town. It's the biggest one, the best sound system, the best lights, great staff, everything. But it's just a big community bar. And that's, every once in a while, maybe you can do a night there every 3 or 4 years where you may be able to pull off a good show like that. But that's not the crowd that's there. The crowd that wants to hear the kind of music that Andy and I want to play, whether it be the, the dubstep, the drum and bass, the techno, the house, whatever, the underground shit. They're here. But we can't get them all together at the same place at the same time. They're scattered. They're going to Richmond. They're going
that
to
many here either.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We have kind of an older town as far as our demographic, and I mean,
true.
I think as much as electronic music went mainstream, it also dipped back down away from that somewhat. People kind of associate it with just partying and stuff now too. So, if they're not partiers, quote unquote, they're not as inclined to necessarily come out either.
Yeah. Well, it gets, of course, if we're talking about underground, we're talking about raves, it gets the connotation of drug use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course that happens, but that's not what the scene is based upon.
Yeah, but that happens at every...
It happens at polka events.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they're getting drunk and partying at polka events too. Doesn't matter.
Well, it's like, Celebrate Virginia used to have Skinnerd and Hank Williams and all of them down there. How many people were down there getting rip shit fucked up on Fireball and Jack Daniels and Jim Beam and, falling down in the mud drunk and beating the hell out of each other. So that's just people, I think, too.
Yeah.
I think it's about finding the right venue for you guys, too.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Fredericksburg's a hard place to have a venue for that. The one place that we did that was successful in doing that lost their liquor license because of it. And the one stipulation of them having a liquor license again was that there was absolutely no electronic music shows.
Yeah.
Right.
So
where was that?
Should we say?
Is that Central?
This ain't my podcast.
Casey's
My
Central Station.
podcast.
Well, but you guys did a show there recently, but it seemed like because of the way that things were in the past, that there had to be way more stipulations.
Nobody under 21, no bags, purses, anything like that.
And they made they made it too difficult for it to be successful.
Right.
And then we added, to make it not just an EDM event, we added a rock band at the beginning of it, try to make it more of a festival, variety of music, which was cool. I think is a cool thing.
Isn't there? There's a show coming up though in town, isn't there? And it's got more of that underground vibe.
Two of them. I think it's the 19th of this month at the Rec Center, your spot.
Okay. I love the Rec Center.
Yeah.
Melissa and them are great.
And they got liquor now too. Not
They
just
got their
beer wine,
liquor
they just got
license
their
at the
liquor
Rec Center.
license, so that's
Oh,
gonna be
wonderful!
huge for them.
Wonderful, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so come to my comedy show on Thursday.
I
They got
would.
Jameson there.
Oh, if they have Jameson, I'm there.
Different
man.
story there, and they got great price point on the liquor too. It's not,
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
At this point, they kind of got it, but
No, that place, I love that place so much. But I remember you telling me that you guys were about to do something at Rec, and
Yeah, is that
yeah,
Dustin.
well, no, that's not me.
Dustin's doing that.
That's Dustin Hill.
Could be Flip.
Or
Dustin
Dustin
Spoon.
Spoon. I don't know why I
Yeah.
said Hill. Dustin Spoon.
February
He's,
15th. Base room at the Rec Center on February 15th.
That's what it is.
so a little Valentine's
Yep.
Day
Yeah,
action.
awesome, dude. Great. Love that.
Okay.
That'd be a good spot for it too, man.
It is
That's
a nice
good
spot.
for
There's
it,
a
too.
nice stage there.
That's
There's
a
a nice
good
open
size
space.
room for what we want to do.
Yeah, it'll look crowded with a few
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
It holds the energy well, that room.
Yeah.
Feels like your basement.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right.
Love it. Yeah.
My favorite thing about the Rec, man, is the owners. They're so willing to work with you, and they're so cool and down to earth. It's
And they want to support local music.
yes, they really understand that we need a better local scene around here too. Well, it's like I talked to Dan the other day, and they're about to start doing live and local Friday nights at 118 Bar and Grill
That's down at Dominion.
down there at Dominion at the racetrack, which a lot of people don't know about that place. It's a really nice, clean bar up there.
The whole place down there, from the racetrack to the Groove Music Hall to the outdoor places that they have, and they're still building other stuff down there too. It's a great place. It's just, I think that place they need that one big act and that one big show to really put them on the map. You know
I
what
think
I'm
it's
saying?
coming
And
too.
I think it's going to happen this summer. Definitely.
Yeah, especially with Celebrate Virginia being gone, and they got that big stage down there. And I think a lot of people like you and I want to write that place off just because it's a racetrack and we're associated with like redneck culture or whatever. But
No,
they
not
do a lot of cool
necessarily.
stuff down there.
They do. My thing is the location of it. It's kind of
It's further away from where
it's a
we
little
are.
further away from us and everything else. So people that are going to want to come out and drink and stuff at these shows may.
Yeah, that's a little hard place to Uber home from.
Right.
That's true.
So that's my only issue with
Yeah.
it, but I get why it's there because it's a racetrack. It's loud.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
big.
Yeah.
And
But
they-
again, at the end of the day, like, I mean, you get on 95 right here, it's like 7 minutes. You know?
right.
Yep.
But
not
yeah,
far.
it's one thing that frustrates me about this town because like when I went to Bowling Green, Kentucky, it's a music town.
Yeah.
Like almost every little bar that you go into has live music playing. You know what I mean? Or a lot of the bars do. Has a live band playing, and I feel like that's something that Fredericksburg is missing out on.
Well, I think that's what, when you asked the question initially, I think the live music scene is pretty strong here in this area, personally. I mean, I don't get out like you do, but I mean, like my buddies JD and Big Rob, they're playing, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays every week. I mean,
That's
there's
true.
tons of great acoustic people and
Right.
small bands here. I think this is a good town for that, personally. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm out of touch.
I feel like
but-
back in the day they used to book more music acts in town, just in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock used to have live music all the time.
I think they do every Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
do they still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just they cut out the DJing there, so they're they had to get a little more low key under the radar
Right,
when they're
right.
doing the DJ thing. It got a little wild, and you have your incidents, and you have your police involved. Everything goes in cycles here in this town.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, you
too.
got we got a little too hot for a minute.
Right.
The spotlight's on us. They're watching us. Let's dial it back for a little while. And even when I was doing stuff downtown at Castigli's, they you'd come out and the police got the big pole up with the camera right there on William Street. So they're
Yep.
getting a little rowdy on the stretch here between Castigli's and Bourbon Room, and we see you kids.
Yeah.
So you got to tone it down a little bit, and you got to lay under the radar for a little while, and then something happens at somebody else's venue to shine the spotlight on them, and then you
Right.
start doing your thing again.
Right.
We know how they play the games.
Right, that is kind of how it goes. Because it's not like they can shut every place down for having too much fun.
And it's a lot of that. What I'm talking about is downtown.
Yeah.
Right.
Because downtown, I think it's like so amazing and has such potential, but it's the old boy network that's still in place down there. It's like, no, we really don't want them to have fun down here.
yeah,
We
Not
want
only
them to come
that-
down here and spend money, but we really don't have them that. We don't want them to have that much fun.
yeah. And I get them not wanting like trouble, but it's alcohol. Like it comes with the territory.
Yeah, again,
you know?
like you say all the time. I know one of your big things is how in America how do we legalize this and promote this and market this like crazy, and then something like weed or something which is a lot of people say is much less destructive. than alcohol. You know, it's just you talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
And I try not to be like, it's not like I'm trying to be a prohibitionist or anything.
Yeah.
It's just pointing out the facts. I don't know. People get stupid when they get on alcohols, and it's not
Yeah.
everybody, and
Yeah.
it's not every time.
Yeah, of course.
And it's not every alcohol.
You.
I do stupid things.
I mean, I got to get to one of your parties, Andy. I've got to. I've been invited. I've got to get to one of your parties. I've heard some amazing things happen at your parties.
You want to talk about your birthday party?
We can talk about it.
Is there certain things that are off the table for discussion? Is the DJ and the porn off the table for discussion? Because I really want to delve into that.
Nah, we can. I guess we can delve into it. I'm not going to badmouth anybody. We can talk about it though.
That's all right. He
That was
told me I
fucking
went
fun.
to pick up Scott the morning after his big birthday party because I had a gig that night. I couldn't go. But they were telling me the story of where, the party was getting to the raging mode. He had a kind of a upper level DJ friend. We won't use names. Come down from up north to DJ for you. Good buddy of yours wears a mask when he DJs. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So I know guys that DJ him back in LA wears a mask, wears like the Mexican wrestler mask.
Oh, yeah,
DJs. All right.
yeah.
But so at a point of the party, it's like, okay, we got a big screen TV. We have access to pornographic materials.
Actually, it was a projector.
Oh, so we're talking real big.
Huge.
So wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. What? Was it set up where at certain angles it looks like this DJ is taking big dicks to the head or something
it was
like that?
directly behind him. Okay. However, I will say, full disclaimer, it was pretty softcore porn. It's like that free shit they send
Like
you when you buy
Cinemax or
lingerie.
something like that?
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
buy lingerie online, they send you the
Okay.
free DVD with it or something
Okay,
like
so
that.
there were no big dicks swinging around or anything like that.
Yeah, I think it was actually all girl on girl for the most part.
And so this DJ got so offended at girl on girl
Yeah.
that he packed up and left. Was supposed to stay at your house for the weekend and just bailed out right then and there.
Yep. He
girl on girl porn?
he turned his stuff off and unplugged immediately. So I don't
And wait,
support
the whole
this.
music stopped in the place?
Yeah. It got dead silent. Said I don't
like
support this.
Thank
I'm
you
not
for
sup-
the parental advisory, EK. Thank you.
I don't support. I
You're
don't
good.
support this. I'm like, all right, dude. Well, I mean, it's my house. It's my birthday,
Yeah.
and so it's my rules. So.
And it's girl on girl
It's
soft porn.
I was offended because the quality of the porn wasn't even that good.
It was not
Yeah.
The
that-
production value was off.
That's the shitty part.
You're at the 1X. You're like, where's the triple X, baby?
Yeah.
But then you know what? Trade Justice saved the day. He came through, spun a whole porn set for us. Like, it was great.
If
It was
anybody
great.
can kill a porn set, it's Trey Justice.
Trade Justice.
Shout out Trey. I'm going to go over to his house tomorrow, work on some stuff. 12 noon, baby. Probably means more like 3 for me and him.
No, that was fun though. So before I came to your party, I was like, man, I was like studying fractals all day because I'm weird. But I was like, man, it'd be cool to put some like fractals on the screen in your living room. And then I got there and they had the projector screen and it was like all the trippy visuals, fractals and shit like that. And then after a certain point, we had just got we read too much of the Bible is what happened. We too many verses of the Bible.
Became too enlightened.
Yeah, too enlightened. I think it was Ben that was like, hey, Andy, let's put porn on the projector. And it was fucking funny. That was a good time.
I thought it was a nice touch, man.
Yeah, I mean,
nice
house
touch.
party, your birthday, a little wild.
I'm not a DJ, but if I was, like, and everybody's different, but there was something about it that fit the aesthetic so perfectly, like lasers, porn, fucking electronic
Maybe next
music.
year we'll hire strippers to come and they can just dance the whole time so nobody can say, oh, no, I don't want the porn on the screen.
I think you
So
should just put people in the beat lab and have them live fucking, like, why
we
not?
can do that too.
The real, like, German thing.
We'll stream it.
Stream it
This
to
is
chat.
not an orgy.
This is not an orgy. Oh my god. All right, so what else do we?
What have you got in your notes there, Scotty?
It's my list of people to kill. It just says self a bunch of times.
And then at the bottom, Eric Golden underlined 3 times.
Yes, my mortal enemy. I fucking love Eric. Eric, thanks for calling us earlier, letting us know about the bad quality. I had Mike let us know
I was
too.
already panicking about it because it was the iPhone. There was a microphone built into the iPhone, and it was looping back and back and back, and it kept on and it kept repeating. But like I said, there will be an audio version that has clean audio.
All right,
The actual uploaded.
Right.
Tony, we got your castle story, right?
Yeah.
Andy, what's your favorite rave story? Your favorite? It doesn't even have to be a performance. It can be just like a festival you went to or something. Your favorite one you can tell. You feel comfortable telling.
Man, all right. So, a certain friend of ours that we have, this last festival we went to, he had to come a day late because he slacked on getting his early bird tickets. So he had to come a day late. On his way there, he started getting tired, so he decides he's gonna pull off on the next exit and take a nap for a little while. Well, that next exit ended up being one of those runaway gravel truck ramps. He goes flying off the road into that thing, has to get towed out of it, gets super late to the festival the next day. So we party and hang out with him all day. So granted, bear in mind, we took an RV to this festival and we're like, nobody's coming in here. It costs a lot of money. We want our deposit back. We don't want any of you wooks in here. And so we, that was like a steadfast rule with everyone. And whatever. So we part ways at the end of the night. Me and Katie are laying in bed. It starts raining. I'm like, oh man, turn the laptop off the movie we were watching. I'm like, let's listen to the rain. It's just coming down. We hear thunder, lightning. Next thing you know, I'm like, no, it's probably just some drunk person. Let's just keep sleeping. I was like, help, emergency, emergency, emergency. I'm like, what? No, there's no way there's an emergency. I'm going back to sleep. And then Katie's like, what if we have to leave? I'm like, all right, fine. We open the door. Oh, it's the homie. He is all messed up, covered from head to toe with wet grass and mud. He's apparently had to run through the whole festival, trying to find his car. Couldn't find his car. Was hiding under people's tents and easy ups from the rain. Tents were collapsing because it was raining so hard. Runs under another tent. Finds somebody's dog. So then he thinks he has to protect this dog for the next 20 minutes. Then finally realizes it's a stuffed zebra. Then he's like, then these guys came and they picked me up and they took me to the box. And they put me in a box and they said, wait here, wait here. And then they came back and they kicked me out of the box, man. And I still couldn't find my car. So I knew where you were, so I came here. So can I just sleep on your floor, please? I'm like, no, get the fuck out of here, dude. What are you doing, man? So, well, what if I just sleep in the driver's seat? Right? No, leave. Just leave. Please leave. We told you couldn't stay here. So he leaves. I give him a poncho, flashlight, and whatever. Go. Find it wasn't even raining anymore at this point. The sun was coming up again. Yeah. So we go to sleep. We wake up the next day. We're like, oh, man, I feel bad for him. Let's hit him up, get some lunch together, and talk it out. So we do that. I'm like, well, dude, let's go back to the trailer and smoke real quick. So we go back there. And I hand him the bong, and he picks it up by the bowl piece, and it drops right on the ground and breaks. And I was just looked at him. I was like, man, get the fuck out right now. Right fucking now. And he looks at me. He's like, well, can I try and smoke through it still real quick? I was like, no! Leave!
Man, that sucks. You guys ended up working it out there.
Yeah, we worked it out. Best of friends still.
I know who you're talking about. That's one of your best friends.
He had it repaired for me, which I really, really appreciate. And we're all kosher now.
Where do you go to get the bong repaired nowadays?
So it's got to be clean. Okay,
yeah.
And then I had one of the guys at Natural Mystics in downtown fix it for me.
All right. Legit, nice. But clean.
Clean,
brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah.
No residue.
That's working itself.
Oh my god, yeah, I bet that was fun cleaning a broken bong.
Well, he had to do it, right? He cleaned it.
No, I cleaned it. I took care of it. I didn't. I'm gonna let him do that. I'm gonna let him do that after he broke the thing.
I'm definitely not missing your next party. That's all I know.
Chubb came by.
Yeah, I know. Everybody was there.
But
that's during the time I was sick. I told you guys when I came the next morning.
Yeah. And you were sick for a while.
I was sick for a minute. I'm back to my normal 65% now, bitches.
That's
I'm good to go.
Oh shit.
Killing it at 65%.
Hey.
You got any gigs coming up, Tony?
I took this whole week off to do I had 2 podcasts today, and I've got so much I got people waiting for vocals for tracks to be remixed and projects up in New York on labels and doing a remix for some people. I just got so much work this week I got to catch up on from this the holidays and being sick and traveling. So this week is just buckle down and work, studio work, contracts, sending out all that stuff this week.
What are you and Chubb going back to New York? Y'all went up there and party with DJ Khaled and shit last time, didn't you?
What we gotta do, man.
Wait, what?
You didn't see
Really?
That was a while ago.
that was last year, wasn't it?
Last year sometime. Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, you know, a little industry function. You got to go up every now and then, you know. But I don't know, man. Just I got this track I'm doing right now. Where's the music? I sent you music. I don't get no plays, man. I get no spins. Or we're running out of time, huh?
Oh, and that's something. That's
I got
Moonlight.
2 of them.
I didn't send him the songs that that you sent me.
But
Sorry,
I got one I'm doing with you guys know Deontay Diggs, the dancing deputy from Stafford County,
Yep.
and he's gone viral with his Beyonce dances in his uniform and stuff like that. So I'm doing a house track with him.
If anybody remembers, that's the dancing deputy from America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
he was on
America's
America's Got Talent. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a state trooper or something, or a
Yeah,
staffer.
very cool guy. He's got a great
Stafford.
story behind him. He's written a book and a motivational speaker. So I'm doing a track with him. And just did Chubb and I did a track with Adwella, great local artist here in the area. We did a kind of Latin-y, I guess they call it dembo, kind of a Latin reggae kind of track too. So just working on stuff, man. You know, I'm trying to. That's my goal for this year is to try to release 2 tracks a month.
Oh,
all right.
I'm gonna really try to step it up and.
So you're working hard in the studio.
Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You and Chubb working on anything?
Chubb working on Chubb and I are doing the remix for some cats in New York, and gonna get together with Trey Justice tomorrow, work on some stuff, and it's all about the collab right now, man.
That's cool.
Get music out. Got to get music out. We got the platform, so let's get it out there. It's not gonna. I got all these tracks, Chubb too, man. You hang out with Chubb, and he'll like play music that he's working on, and it's just, I mean, it goes like 100 deep. It's like, bro, you got to finish these things and put them out. So that's, I mean, all of us, we're just trying to stop messing around. These tracks aren't going to do anything just sitting in our laptop.
Right,
we got to finish them and get them out. So.
I have that problem with my jokes.
Yeah. Scott, do you want to take a caller?
Take a caller?
Wow.
No.
How do we do that?
Yeah.
You
don't have to do anything. You just have to answer the question. Do you want to take a caller?
I mean, it's not my podcast, but yes.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Oh, I got a question saying, hey, does he take call-ins? So I'm giving the number out.
Yeah, we'll take call-ins.
Whose number? My number? Your number?
No. The station number.
They're going to be calling you later tonight, Scott, when you ripped up your asparagus and mushrooms.
Who the fuck is it?
It might be a good question, man.
Hold on.
We got to get together and make some music then.
Dude.
That's one of my goals for this year is to start producing music again. I haven't in many, many years. So.
Dude, I think with the way you DJ and the ear you have for music, you definitely need to do that.
I just need to get back into it and somebody to re-show me the ropes again because everything's changed so much.
What are you
using?
Ableton or?
Honestly, I was using Logic.
That's what I use.
Logic Pro before, but that was on my old computer that crashed, and I don't have it anymore. So got to re-get everything and get it all together. And
Chubb, dude, Chubb.
Yeah.
Chubb's the genius.
Mm-hmm.
He's the genius.
The genius.
I use Logic myself, but when we work together, I let him pretty much have the engineer chair, and he does Ableton. But I'm a Logic guy.
I got all 3, man.
Yeah.
You got to be versatile.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use any of it, but I got all 3. I told you I'm not a DJ.
Yeah, Eric was just showing me his other little studio back there. So if you guys ever want to work,
you can check that out after.
Oh, dope. Yeah, I'm always down for that.
I got a bunch of stuff I don't know what to do with.
Yeah, hey. That's why we got YouTube.
Right.
It'll tell
University
us.
of YouTube.
It'll tell us. Yeah.
you should get Andy over to the studio.
No,
Tony,
that's what he was just saying right now. Yeah, man, I would love to. I think his ear. I was just telling him the way he DJs. You're not a guy that likes to just let things play. You know what I'm saying? And that's a guy. I don't know if it's ADD or what it is. I just can't sit there and let things play.
If I get bored, my mixes suck.
Yeah.
So if my mixes, if I get bored, I start playing with effects and miss my cues or something that I was listening for to bring in the next song. So I feel like just juggling tracks quickly.
See, that's what I consider my style. No matter if I'm playing house or even open format, I think I have a very aggressive style of DJing. Not aggressive in it. It's gonna like beat you over the head, but something's always happening.
Right.
I can't just let things just play. And that's like even the few times that I do the corporate events or the weddings or something like that, that's my hardest thing is I'm like a verse chorus out, and there they want to sing along.
It's the first dance song, just let it play.
Yeah,
Don't scratch.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've had them yell at me. Where's the last verse? I'm like, come on. I've even had that happen at a club. A friend of my wife's came up and requested a song and was bugging me all night. And I finally played it. And I say what I normally do, maybe 2 verses and out.
Right.
And she's like, where's the Cardi B verse? I'm like, oh my God, have you ever heard me DJ before? How many times do I get to the last verse of anything?
Right.
The last song when I'm packing up, maybe?
If it's more than a minute 30 in, we got a problem.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
You're always very engaged, Andy. The times that I've watched you DJ, you seem always very engaged with the music. You don't let shit just run.
Nah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and
He's
I
fun.
also don't take requests for that specific reason.
Yeah. But again, that's what we went back to, picking and choosing the right gigs.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I can't, a lot of my gigs that I do to, you know, keep the lights on and stuff, I can't really take that approach. Now, when I go do transit, yeah, I mean, but that's the kind of crowd with the kind of respect.
They know
They're not
to
even going to
ask.
walk. They're
Yeah,
just going to,
yeah.
I mean, they're dapping me up and going
Right.
crazy to songs they've never heard before, you know?
What's your favorite part of DJing? Either one of you guys.
You go first.
The poon, yeah.
Well, I do get it pretty much every night, but it's from the same person.
Yeah.
So, but
You should
no,
say that more happily.
I am happy about it.
You're like, get it from the same person. I'm fucking with you.
Anyway.
Team player right there.
Anyway,
Team player.
I'm just leaving some for y'all. That's all.
Thank
If
you.
it wasn't for that, you guys would be screwed.
I appreciate the scratch.
I'm good, thank you, but
yeah.
him. Yeah. Him. I'm good.
But no, I think actually like seeing people like getting down, having a good time, like with the music that I'm playing, people connecting with me with the music that I'm playing. That's my favorite part of DJing.
I think the same thing,
Ultimately.
the connections that you can make with people, and that can come in a lot of different ways. That can happen on that dance floor that night. That can happen at a gig where I've had gigs where I'm like, wow, I don't think I did very well. And then somebody comes up and says something really, yeah, you know, and moments like that. And I even back in my radio days in L.A. when we did the show called Power Tools, was an underground mix show on the big station in L.A. we did for a long time. And we would get people like writing us that were in jail. Like they would sneak, you know, this again aging me, where they would sneak Walkmans into the jail cell and listen to our show, which was on like 2 to 4 in the morning on Saturday night, Sunday morning.
That's pretty
you know,
cool.
and give us letters of how this was like in the early, you know, the heydays of house music, you know, 90s, late 90s of house music and stuff, when it was very inspirational and about how it changed lives and the message in the music changed their whole, you know, got them out of gangs and stuff like that. It's just whatever way making that connection with people.
That's beautiful. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
And that's how I met you and Chubb. Was coming to Hard Times when y'all were doing a gig there one night, and then you and Chubb is how I met Andy.
Yeah.
Because you guys were doing the Canal Club show with who was it?
Was that the Bad Boy Bill one, or was
Bad
it
Boy Bill.
No, it
yeah.
wasn't
something
Bad
before
Boy Bill.
the other
It was
one?
before that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the Bad Boy Bill one.
I didn't go to
thought.
Bad Boy Bill. It was one before that.
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, I know what you're
Woogie
talking
was there.
I think it was
Woogie
Woog.
came
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Was
yeah.
it Lit Lords again?
Lit Lords.
It was the first
time
Lit Lords,
Lit Lords
yeah,
came.
yeah,
first, yeah.
when they showed.
Yeah, when they showed.
Yeah, those
me
things
once,
happen.
Shame me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame me twice. Yeah.
Well, the show that they didn't show up, you headlined, and you fucking
Oh,
killed
dude,
it,
that
dude.
was-
That was
Yeah, I mean,
awesome. That was
yeah,
fun.
I'm definitely glad they didn't show up for that reason. But it also sucks not being able to give people what they had
What they
necessarily
paid
Yes,
for,
yes.
right?
for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing when we do shows, all of us collectively or individually. I mean, we really, you know, we really strive to give people what we promised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very important, I think, to
Yeah.
all of us, you know?
That's true. That's true.
I mean, even I think you take that approach too with your comedy. You know what I'm saying? You know, even though if it's a low budget thing you're putting on, you still don't half-ass it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you still try to do it the best you can.
Yeah, for sure. Like, especially now that I'm like putting together my own
Yeah,
shows
your own
and
shit. Yeah, man.
hosting
And
at
it
Rec
shows,
Center.
bro. Yeah, it shows. You take pride in it. You know,
Yeah.
it's an extension of you. It's part of your brand.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no reason to be fucking lazy about it.
Yeah.
But it can get discouraging sometimes when there's, you know, when the shows aren't promoted correctly or just people aren't just coming out. I know you had a gig recently that you felt like there wasn't enough people at. I think it was the Kava.
Yeah, I mean that's not really a promotion aspect thing.
It's the venue
it's
itself.
the venue itself. It's not a venue. That's the thing.
Right. So it just gets.
But I mean, that
discouraging
happens
sometimes.
everywhere. That happens. I mean, I flew across the country before to do a show and 20 people showed up. It just
Right.
happens. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's, you know, I think nowadays, especially nowadays, you know, all the planets have to be aligned for these things to work out.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's as far as what other events are happening in the area on that night. You know, what's the weather like? You know, what's happening socially around the world? I mean, all these things
Yeah,
that are happening
that's
when you bomb people and stuff like that, and people get tense, and there's fluctuation in the stock market and all that stuff. It gets people get uneasy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yep.
So
That's true.
there's a lot of variables.
Plus, we're just getting over the holidays. That time between.
This is the slowest time you know, for bars and clubs, the January, February are pretty tough.
And really between like Halloween and tax season is kind of a hard time for everybody because
once those tax returns hit, though,
cha-ching, cha-ching, baby.
But kind of leading up to Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, everybody's spending money to go out of town or get gifts,
and then even like for the bars and stuff like that, you know, you think, oh, it's a Friday, Saturday night, but then a lot of people have the holiday parties and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
people have holiday parties.
It's tough during the holidays for the bars, definitely.
We did good at the rec center for my Christmas sweater.
Well, you had a good concept. You know, you put together a good concept. It's, you know, it's what it's all. Again, planets align. They were aligned that night for you.
Yep. Literally, it was a full moon. So.
Yes, there you go. See that you got to plan that shit out like that. Open up the Farmer's Almanac.
Yep.
Maybe that's what we're missing.
Yeah, we got to put some almanac in our gigs.
That's what we got to do, guys. We got to harness the power of the planets.
Yeah,
harness the power
that
of the
crescent
almanac.
moon ain't no joke. I don't know what that means. Sounded good.
Katie can tell you what that means.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I can't tell you what it means, Tony. I hardly know what anything means. I just pretend to know. I'm arrogant.
Arrogant, smug son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's half the battle, acting like you know what's going on.
Yeah. Don't mistake my intelligence for
weakness.
All right, guys. Did you guys have fun?
I had a blast, man. This was really good. And again, man, the tacos were the bomb. I appreciate the effort and energy and EK for letting them do that here. That's amazing
we really
host here.
Thank you,
Got to shout this guy out. Anybody in the area that wants to do podcasting or stuff like that, amazing facility here. Great guy to work with and incredible price point as well.
Affordable until you can find something better.
Yeah. No, you do a great job,
man.
EK.
The biggest honor in the world is people outgrowing me.
Yeah, that's a great.
This is
that's
a public.
great line,
this is a public access studio, and it's meant for people to start. It's not meant to be where people live. It's meant to be where you grow from and realize this is the industry I want to be in. Because I found, you know, when I was a senior in high school in this area, there were things here that aren't here anymore. There was a local recording studio that my band recorded in that like the guy was nice. The owner was nice enough to let us just hang out there.
Yeah. The one over off Lafayette?
Blind Banana. This is a long time ago.
Okay.
Jeff Pierce, phenomenal engineer, gave me my start in studios and there was, it's now I believe Eileen's Bakery downtown, but it used to be the Unitarian Church. And when it was the Unitarian Church downtown, they used to let local punk rock bands on Thursday nights, I think it was. We would go down and we'd watch like local punk rock bands like do shows, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think we paid like $5 cover or $3 cover. It was something silly. I think it was $4 actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. But at any rate, I saw a bunch of really great bands, and you know, stuff like that. It just over time it disappeared in this area.
Yeah.
And there have been some really awesome resurgences, like with Fredericksburg All Ages. They do some really cool stuff for the kids in our community. And then, you know, we have the library, which is great. You know, if you know Craig Graziano, is the guy I used to hang out with back in the day and do poetry slams when I was in high school. But he's very involved over at the local library. They just opened up that creative space with the 3D printers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wanted something like that to exist in the AV world, like an adult AV club, where the price point is something that's reachable for, you know, the young guys that maybe they don't have decks yet, or maybe they don't have Logic licenses.
Yeah,
right.
You know, they could come somewhere where a guy has 3 Logic licenses and multiple laptops, and they could come and create without having to worry about, I can't afford to create.
Yeah.
You can start here, sell your track, make some money, then buy yourself a Logic license. That's why I exist.
That's a great concept, man.
And
I love it.
And I'm also not limited by we got a call coming in.
All right.
I'm also not limited by there it goes.
Let's do this.
I'm not limited by my day job. I have a full-time day job that pays the bills and allows us to do this awesome thing, which is great. Caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hey, Cluxon's day job is actually fucking sucking dicks on the corner of fucking Lafayette.
So
he also moons like that damn slave rock over there on fucking William Street. He fucking will sit on there and just suck your fucking dick. It's historic and pleasurable.
Man,
that
really
shit
gotta screen these
pays the
callers.
bills.
Historic and pleasurable.
Historic and pleasurable.
Cluxon blasts the biggest loads that turn into cute kids, dude. Have you ever seen his son? Cute as shit. Not in a pervert way. Just in a, oh, look at that little boy, he's cute way.
This caller is the same guy that called me like 2 weeks after my sister passed away to let me know that he didn't fuck her.
Oh my God!
Congratulations, I didn't fuck your sister. I could have because she wanted it, but I didn't fucking do it. You want to know why? Because I respect you and I'm a fucking moron. I should have fucked your sister.
I love this guy so much. I love this guy so much.
I should have fucking fucked your sister. I could still get away with it now, but that would be kind of weird and probably against the law in fucking probably 48 states.
Yeah, I think there's a few you'd be all right.
That was funny because she's dead.
Fucking Kearns. Oh my God.
I have a dead sister too. My sister and his sister, they scissor in heaven and fucking smoke weed. look down on Cluxon fucking sucking dick on that slave rock on Lafayette.
See, I got that parental advisory up on the screen just in time.
You know what's crazy about that damn slave rock? They're talking about moving it. You know where they're going to move it? Directly in front of Cluxon's house. You want to know why? Because they want his commute to be a little bit less. There's only so far you can go in a fucking PT Cruiser, dog.
I don't even drive that anymore. I don't even drive a Cruiser anymore.
Don't you understand that fucking a PT Cruiser is like the Hotel California? You can fucking get out of it, but you can never leave.
You're stuck with it for life.
Once you drive a PT Cruiser, guess what, motherfucker? You're a fucking PT Cruiser.
Oh my God! Does this guy have his own show?
No, but he should. I've been telling him to come start his own show for years.
Oh my God!
So
you want to know why I don't want to have my own show? Is because it fucking sucks, man. It sucks to the point where you name a podcast, this isn't a podcast. That is the opposite of what the fuck this is. That's like fucking Cluxon being like, hey, I'm about to suck your dick for some fucking money day job wise, and then him being like, that's not a dick while he's sucking it. He's still fucking a dick.
shut up and come do stand up on Thursday at the Rec Center, bitch.
Oh my gosh, this guy's golden.
I don't fucking do stand up. What is that?
It's fucking Brian Kearns. You've seen Brian do stand up before.
He's good.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
The old
I'm
plumber.
a fucking animal. You want to know how much of an animal I am? I fucking live in my mom's basement. Fucking winning. You know what you should do? You should fucking print a bunch of magnets out and fucking believe in yourself, and then you'll end up calling into some shit called That's Not a Podcast, talking about clubs and sucking dicks.
Bro, why did you?
One of y'all pee your pants, and then you fucking have to fucking wipe up Cluxon's clouch that he already fucking came on before everybody came to the fucking studio, because that's what he does. I've been working with Cluxon for years.
I just have one question.
I
got one question. Was the blowjob good?
I don't fucking pay Cluxon for that. I don't have to. Me and Cluxon go way back. I could have fucked his sister. I don't think you fucking heard that. That means I've at least known Cluxon since his sister was alive, and it's been years. That's so rough. I'm sorry, man.
Brian, do you want to come be on the Not Podcast? Is that what you want?
No, I was calling in because you sent me a picture of me on a magnet, man. And I was like,
why the fuck did you make magnets? I know I made business cards, but you made refrigerator magnets? What the fuck is that?
Oh, bro,
There's Scott Wharton refrigerator magnets?
Those things are all over the place, coast to coast, man. People fucking scroll over them when they're looking for the pizza number. Or when their water heater busts, they're like, oh, there's that fucking weird guy. I don't remember his name. I let that website go years ago, man, when I gave up on hope.
Bro, we
stand up
love
is
you.
dead, and if you don't believe me, go to the fucking Comedy Zone tomorrow night and see how many people show up.
Go to the Rec Center. Don't go to the. Don't
Go to the
where
Rec Center, not the Comedy Zone.
No, nobody wants to go to the damn Rectum Center, man. That's a fucking place where fucking people get stabbed.
Come on, man.
They changed the name to the Rectum Center, didn't they?
They don't call it stabbings if it's a thermometer.
It's always
I got him.
It's always good when there's two shows in Fredericksburg on the same night that nobody's going to go to.
Right. So you should come do stand-up at both of them so you can feel not better about yourself.
At least we're not the only.
Hey, man,
like
honestly, man, it feeds me a little bit. I enjoy doing that, but
fucking love you, man. Keep coming out, bitch.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll come out whenever my wife isn't around and I'm around Cluxon, that's when I come out.
I gotta be sitting front row, so there's just a target. Ready.
Dude, some of my best sets have been in an empty room just destroying Cluxon, man.
I remember
That's not even a lie.
we were somewhere. I think we were somewhere in Maine or Vermont on that comedy tour, and he started ripping into me about how I can't open doors by myself because I'm so frail. And like there was a bunch of really good looking girls at this show at this hotel. I think it was a hotel. Like they were doing it was one of those conference centers, and it was a bunch of good looking girls in the front row and just pointing right at me, like that guy right there, the sound guy.
The frail looking one.
Yeah.
I've seen this guy struggle opening doors.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude, and I haven't even done stand-up since you had a girlfriend that killed herself after dating you.
Oh, damn, dude.
Hey, truth.
It's all like what's messed up is like there's no context for any of these jokes. None of these guys know these stories.
It don't matter, man. It's me and you, dog.
That's all it's listening. This is not a
It's always
podcast.
been me and you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
have
understood the slave rock down on Lafayette or
okay, fair enough.
Street, whatever.
Is that where you're doing your next?
Yeah, and
gig?
also they know your sister's dead. You created that context, and then I just revealed that you had a girlfriend that killed herself. So tell the story, Cluxon.
You know how to
He
build
fucked
a
her
set,
so
man.
hard. He fucked her so hard that she fucking was like, I can't live anymore. And I'm sorry, that's not even funny. But it is. What are you guys talking about? Let me hop in on some of the shit you guys are talking about. I apologize. I heard one little thing and I went off.
Well, what were we talking about,
We were
guys?
just about done, actually.
I think you called in right as we were saying goodbye.
yeah,
We were plugging the FXBG Public Radio, and I was just letting
And
people
then
know
with
that I
you
exist.
sucking dicks on
Yeah.
the
Yeah, then
auction
you
block.
plugged Eric for him.
But I mean, for pleasure and history. I mean, you're covering.
I plugged FXBG Public Radio, and you let everyone know that they could plug me.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, it's true. That's why they call you EK the BJ.
It's DJ.
No, I thought it was EK the BJ. Shit, man.
That's why he's been getting all these
How
bookings.
long have you been getting that wrong?
About a fucking 15 years or something. I don't know. Do the math.
Fucking.
I've known Cluxon since I started this shit and quit this shit.
Well,
So,
Oh, man.
long time.
Long life.
see you Thursday night, bitch. Come the fuck out. Come do stand up.
What time does that start, man?
Start around 8:00.
Is there going to be some dude talking about rape in a fucking unsavory way that's going to walk everybody, or are you going to fucking police your room?
No, I'll fix it this time, but
Who's that talking about that? Which,
fucking Jesse,
Oh,
this
God.
new comic, he did some rape jokes and walked a table of 4. It was actually a girl that I was like trying to talk to.
Yeah.
And her friends.
oh my God, ran
But
him out.
they were very fucking liberal. Like one of the people sitting at the table was a lesbian with a butch cut. And first of all, when the guy told the rape joke, the dude at the table got up and he was like, "This is too close to home,"
Oh,
and
shit.
walked out. And then when I got on stage and made a comment on it, the fucking lesbian was like, "Those jokes come from a place of privilege." I'm like,
Oh wow.
I never rolled
See,
my eyes
here-
so hard in my life.
Well, one time I was waiting for a gig. Like, you always show up to a gig early so you can fucking watch the people and listen to them and shit, so you can use it on them later.
Right.
And one time I was at this gig and I was outside smoking a cigarette, and this dude was talking about how this chick raped him, and she raped me, man. And like it was like a really sincere conversation they were having, and I was like, "Hey, dude," and he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Did you come?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "That wasn't rape, motherfucker." And they got mad, and they took out probably 10 people from the fucking show before I got to go on.
Damn.
But I'm sorry, man. I just don't believe in that. Unless you're in prison, you're not getting raped as a dude. Like fucking, it got hard, motherfucker. It's on. You know.
That's a good point.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 2020 and fucking dudes can get raped by chicks. But God, I wish I would get raped more often. I mean, not in a prison type way, but fucking like chicks should just fucking rape me, man. Fucking that's my plug. I don't even care at this point, man. Like I'm at the age where fucking STDs don't matter no more. I could fucking collect all 12. I'm old enough to where it's like, oh, I have herpes, cool. Like at a certain point in your life it matters, but now it don't fucking matter. I just fucking okay. I'm one of 4 of everybody, you know.
You should catch them all like Pokemon, huh?
Dude,
I mean,
just
they got
straight
fucking
up,
pills
man.
for everything
Fucking-
now. They got a pill for fucking everything. They'll fix you.
I know, man. So far, the only STD I have is what I caught on my ass when I stayed at the Relax Inn across from Central Station. Nobody was in there with me. It was just what was on the bed.
The relaxing.
The relax.
The relaxing.
That's what it is too.
I know.
It looks like a castle that doubles as a crack house.
It's where they send you after you get out of jail and you don't have anywhere to go.
It's probably
I'm
true.
serious,
Yeah, but
I'm
they
serious.
kick you out eventually too.
Really?
Yeah.
They eventually,
they like buy you a
they
room
eventually move you over. They eventually move you over to that hotel off of Route 1 near the Denny's.
The lodge.
You mean the one I live at?
No. Is that the one you live at?
Yeah.
there.
Oh, shit. That's hilarious. Man,
Now
there's a
there's
lot of
one next
Mexican
door
kids
to
that get
it.
off the bus there.
What's that?
I've been sitting behind a bus there with dropping off Mexican kids, like an assload of them that live there, man.
Oh, it's all kinds of kids get.
Yep. That's my home.
It's all kinds of
I'm
kids.
in walking distance of Waffle House, so I can get drunk, walk to Waffle House, throw up my Waffle House, and then go to bed.
I had to yell at a bunch of kids one time when I went in there
It
because they're
sounds
laying
like-
down in the
it
middle
sounds
of the
like
road
this
while I'm trying to
comedy.
back up.
Sounds like this comedy thing's working out just as good for you as it did for me.
Thank you. It is.
Killing it.
I live in a motel trying to prepare for a life on the road or a life on the run. Whatever
A
comes
life for
first.
Van down by the river.
Keep going, buddy. Move to California, man. They don't prosecute if you steal $950 or less, bro. You can fucking make a killing.
That's a good tip.
And they also let you shit on the streets, dude. Like, fuck, man. Double
They don't let
win.
you. They just don't do anything
Yeah.
about it.
You and Tony are the ones that keep encouraging me to go out there.
Yeah.
I think you're doing it out of like a bad place though. You want to watch me fail. So
He
you're
wants
not
you
alone.
on the streets.
No, see, there's a difference, Scott. Is you believe in yourself, so therefore I have a little bit of belief in you, like very little. But there's a little bit of belief there. If you're gonna fucking chase this shit, like chase it for real, then you got to go chase it, and that's where that's coming from. But at the same time, man, fucking everybody fails. So
Yeah.
fail on, brother. I'll see you when you get back.
I fucking love you, Doug. All right, I'll see.
Because guess what, man? I came back, and I'm a beast, son.
No, you're funny, dude. So can we tell the people to expect to see you Thursday night? I'll just
What time
lie
does
and
that
tell
shit
them
start,
anyway.
man? This Thursday?
Sign up is at 7. The show starts at 8.
I don't signing nothing, man.
I know you ain't gonna sign. Just come. Just fucking
I'm
show
fucking
up.
signing nothing, man.
Show
I'll
up.
put no lights.
Come on.
I'll try to swing through for you, man.
All right, dude. You have a good night.
So, hey, thanks for having me on the show, man. I'll call in next week too.
Great call, dude.
Thanks
Great
for
call.
Yeah. Thanks
All right,
for coming
fellas.
on,
Have a good
Kearns.
one, man.
You have a good one, bud. That was Brian Kearns. You've
Oh,
never
my-
seen him before, I don't think, but he's fucking
Oh
hilarious.
my God,
dude.
he's hilarious.
He's really funny, dude.
And he's right on that line, which I love.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like so inappropriate, but it's so funny at the same time.
Crowd work is what he's about. Too.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
crowd work is just phenomenal, dude.
Oh, I could imagine him going off on somebody and it
Yeah.
being hilarious, except for that person.
He came out last shows we did, like when I had my Christmas
He
show.
came out.
Yeah, he came out. He came and did stand up at my show, and then he went to Central Station that night too, and he killed it both.
Yeah.
and like just had me in my gut laughing hard.
Yeah, he's funny, dude.
He's fucking funny,
Yeah.
dude.
You need to get him on here.
Yeah, I should. Well, I should.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that.
Well, he's gonna call every week, so
try and have him and Brandon on. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because that's like Brandon's mentor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like Brandon should be a little funnier.
Yeah.
glad you said not me.
Just kidding. I
Oh,
love Brandon.
fucking Keezer.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day.
Did you? He sent us up Christmas presents. Did he tell you that?
Yeah. He sent me
We
some
got to go.
canvases.
We got to go. Did you go get him already? We got to go visit his. We got to go visit his mom.
Gotta go see his mom.
We got to go see his mom to get these presents. I'm gonna let you go do that.
No, I don't want to.
You go in that red and white big pickup truck. And go get
I look like too much of a degenerate to be around his mom. She's a nice lady.
She's very nice, very sweet.
Sweet lady.
Maybe we should go together. For
Shout out to Chris Keezer for helping bring back the comedy around here.
Yeah.
You and Keezer, because you were DJing when we started at Hard Times, man.
Did a little part, had a little part in it.
You were there the first time I did stand up.
Yeah, we were the ones that encouraged you to do it.
Yeah. I actually did jokes about, because I was going through my notebook the other day, I actually did jokes about you, about DJing, and about how everybody wants to request a song, but nobody wants to tip the DJ.
They don't. Very rarely. Or not the kind of tip you want.
$5 requests.
Yeah.
I used to say sometimes, I'm taking requests all night long. Just write them down on 20 and bring them on up.
There you go.
You know?
I like that.
DK knows that. He knows that one.
All right, guys. You got any plugs, shout outs, anything before we get out of here? I'm ready to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, I'm ready to smoke too.
All right.
I'm addicted.
Cigarettes and things.
Yeah.
Things? We got things?
Oh, not on me.
No, I have to get home for the things.
I think we all have to go home for
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Shed it.
Shut it up. Go study some
The old
scripture.
woodshed.
I got, I don't know what I have coming up. I just got tracks, man. Tracks, releasing tracks.
February 29th, Freak.
Freak.
In downtown Fredericksburg.
All right. Yeah, now that's a fun,
Leap Day. That's a good
that's
one.
a fun little spot, too. The Freak spot. We didn't really
Yep.
talk about that earlier,
Did
right?
you have you been there?
I did play there once, yeah. I've been there and played there once. It's such a cool little...
Were you there that night Tony was there?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember seeing you.
It was a night there. It was really good music.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So you weren't there that night.
I don't know. I could have been there and not playing.
Yeah, no, I don't think you played that night.
He's good.
Because I went to the one that you played. That was fucking fun. That was a
Yeah.
blast.
No, that's
That
a
was a
cool
good
little, that's a very interesting
that
little
place.
situation. I
Yeah,
like it.
those guys actually asked me to partner with them, so I'm like heading up their like promotion shit.
Okay.
Which doesn't help that I got a 30-day Facebook ban, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but
Well, we
what's
got some
the,
time on
the
the
date that
podcast.
you're doing it? Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be
Yeah,
out of
I
it by
got a
then.
month.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
PHREAK Freak.
Yep.
Wow.
So look that up on Facebook, guys.
Yeah, I got a page. Yeah.
Because Evil Chef Star can't promote because of his 30-day ban for you don't know what, do you?
So they said on my birthday. I
The
woke
porn.
up.
The soft porn.
It was before that. It was my actual birthday, and I'm like scrolling through Facebook, and I go to comment on something. They're like, "Oh, you are currently you're on a 30-day ban." I was like, "Wait, what?" And so I like look at what it was. They wouldn't show me what they banned me for. They said it was nudity, but I know for a fact I didn't post anything even close to nudity that day. I've tried calling 3 different numbers at Facebook. I can't get through to a human being, so
Damn.
fuck Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Fight the power.
Yeah, no, Facebook's weird like that with me. I've got bans before too, and it wouldn't tell me why. It was just like, you're banned.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're
at
too
least
powerful,
At
man.
least let me know what I did so I can not do it.
Yeah.
Anymore. So
I mean, I know the one time I was a Hitler meme, but this time I
got one of
since
those,
then
too.
I have been very sure to not post anything even too questionable because
Yeah,
I don't want to
I'm like
lose
that,
access
too.
to my Evil Monstar page, which
Yeah.
they also banned that and my fake backup account they banned.
You're
Probably
just
because-
locked out.
it's probably because you have your profile picture is a picture of you and it has facial recognition.
Yeah. And it's still my name. It just says Andy Evil Schuster or something like that.
Yeah, something stupid. Well,
Well, hey man, again, thanks for having me on
thank
this.
you for coming
Yeah, man,
on.
thank
Again,
you.
really appreciate the tacos,
Absolutely,
bro.
man,
Bomb
anytime.
tacos. EK, thanks for facilitating all this.
Yeah, thank you,
Had a
EK.
great
Thank you,
time.
EK, for facilitating the studio in general.
Yeah.
And everything that you were saying earlier
Yeah.
about, trying to use this as a catalyst and a jump-off
Yeah,
point
I just-
for local artists and
I
stuff.
want people that are young and hungry and want to be in this industry, but maybe they don't have the resources to.
Right.
I want them to have a starting point.
He wants the exact opposite of me.
Right.
No, you're a success.
But
story.
I'm old and I'm
Yeah,
full.
You're a success story. You're somebody
Thank
who's already made a career out of this. You're somebody that's doing it for a living. I'm looking for the guy that
Yeah.
wants to do it for a
Yeah,
living
yeah,
and isn't ready yet.
No, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing the way you give back like that. It really, really is.
I got I got a little one, and priorities change.
Yeah.
When you got.
My little one's not little anymore. He's bigger than me.
But you understand that priority shift
Yep.
that,
Right.
and I want there to be something like this when he gets creative,
Yeah.
when he gets to that age of I want to play this, I want to go to this, and I know that place where I used to go isn't there anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Very
so
cool.
so I want it to exist, and I want it to exist not just for him, but for everybody. I want it to exist when I'm gone.
Fuck
Yeah.
People listening, then, how do they get a hold of you if someone that fits what they're doing? How do they get a hold of you?
Admin, ADMIN at fxbgpr.com. You can contact me at 202-670-3535.
Boom.
You can text or call that number. I may not answer, but that is the station line.
Hit me up on Facebook. I'll send you his way.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, bro.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
dude, thank you.
All right.
My plugs, I have the open mic. There's 2 open mics this week, one at the Rec Center and then one at Central Station. They're the same night on Thursday. And then Friday night, JD, who we talk about him too much on the podcast and not have him on. So I got to have JD
You
on.
should, yeah.
He was actually my plumbing helper at one point.
I remember you telling me that, yeah. JD's a fucking cool guy, man.
He's a talented kid, man.
So he booked me to host a show at Bullcock and Swine this Friday.
Well, I mean, I think that's the perfect place for you.
Yeah, it is. So we my 3rd paid gig, 3rd one at Bullcock and Swine.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited for that. Hosting.
The old connection and knowing Tony B ain't turned out so bad after all, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
It's all thanks to you, Tony.
No, not all of it. Just
Shucks.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
Had a good time with you guys.
Yeah,
man.
this was a lot of fun, man.
Let's do this again.
All right, who's cooking next week?
I don't know. Next time we should have Chubb on. I want to have Chubb on.
Yeah, you got to get Chubb on, definitely.
Have all 3 of you guys on.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
What should we make? We can do food.
Chubb is a really good cook, dude. Chubb is a really good cook.
I mean, we don't have to make food every time, but if you
though.
want to make that a theme of when you're on, then we can do that.
We should.
Chubb kills it with like
bring food.
the Instapot. He kills it with the Instapot, man. He gets
Was that
down.
like a crock pot?
Yeah, kind of like
Okay,
that thing
alright.
that cooks. It's a crock pot, but pressure cooker like cooks it quick.
Oh yeah.
There's a bomb ass wings in that the other night.
So,
Yeah.
EK, was it working with the? Was it working better when we had the microphone in the kitchen? So if we wanted to do more cooking,
Yeah, we'll just do it.
podcasts?
Yeah, we'll do it the same way. We'll just put a microphone in the kitchen next time.
So,
Oh,
if anybody wants to come cook on my podcast, fucking hit me up.
I did that. That's one I did on my radio show one morning. God, what was his name? Chris Kyler. I don't know. He was on the. He was pretty big on the Food Network. On one of the battle shows, he did really well. So I had him on my morning show, and we did a dollar store cook-off. I bought everything at the dollar store. Then I bought.
I would rock at something.
Oh, dude, me and you. I might do that with you. I'd go up against you with
Alright.
that. That'd be fun. And I bought.
Really,
I went,
you're not going to do that with the guy that lives in a fucking
yeah,
hotel?
he would be good at it too.
My whole life is.
I still have. I have the double hot plates. Because I went to the thrift store and got like a little double hot plate and cheap pans. And,
Oh, so you got everything.
I put it in the radio station studio.
Okay.
And I bought like a dozen eggs and batter and all kinds of stuff, but everything was from the dollar store except for the utensils to cook with.
I used to want to have a show where I went into people's houses and like go through their pantry and they're like, "Oh, we don't have anything to eat here," and I'll show them like a meal you can make.
That's
And
a
have,
great
all the
idea.
random shit you have in your pantry.
That's a really good idea.
Yep, that's the type of shit I do.
Man,
Just manifest strange
what I do
things.
too.
I'd
man.
love to see your pantry.
Come on over.
You don't have a pantry.
Hang out with us. I have a pantry,
I have a
motherfucker.
pantry.
A pantry.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on, you guys. Thank you,
you.
Eric. Thank you, Jesus.
That's a Tony B song right there.
That's Moonlight Dreams, right? Check it
It
out on
is.
YouTube. I'm in the video, guys.